Hello, planner friends, and happy Monday. I hope that you're having a fabulous day and a fabulous start to your week. I hope you had a great weekend, and if you're a mom, I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. I have not posted a video in a minute, and I haven't done any plan with me's, and that's mainly because the planner that I'm using right now really just doesn't feel like it's set up for plan with me's. If you remember my planner setup, I'm using these inserts from Happy Planner, and it's really kind of just like, just kind of to-dos. That's what it feels like. So I don't really feel like it's set up for stickers and a lot of pretty designing. So I have kind of not really had anything to decorate, but I wanted to update. I did a video recently. I'm doing a 12-week mindset reset, and in the comments I was asked if I was going to update on how this was going, and so I thought this would be a good time to update that. This is week 8, so I'm past halfway point and I still have about a month to go, and things are really going well. I'm starting to get into these routines and these kind of systems getting built, and I feel like I'm being more productive. If I must say, I'm doing better even at work on my job. I'm being more productive, and I feel like more efficient there. So I think this mindset reset is really helping in a lot of ways. So, but I just kind of wanted to share with you some of the things that I'm using along the way. Of course, first and foremost is my planner. And I have this cute little cover on there. It says, I said, whatever, bitches, and the bitches, whatever. I love this. I got this off of Etsy from, I believe, Small Box of Treasures. I've had this for several years, and I have a video where I bought a bunch of planner covers, and so I have it linked in there, but I just love it. It's so cute. But anyway, I have my planner, and some of the things that I have set up in my planner to help me through this mindset reset is, obviously, I have my ABCs of things to be thankful for. Just a little sheet that I made for my daily morning routine, self-care night routine. But mostly what I am using, obviously, is the planner inserts. Just this side right here is like a check-off box, and then just some lines for other, things that I need to do. And I'm using these habit trackers. And so it has daily habit tracking, a weekly tracker, and then on the back side of it, I have, in the notes space, I've kind of filled in my days of the week, things that I'm working on, like as far as like my house schedule and my workout schedules. And then I have a space for goals and some little notes. So I am using that. That's kind of the main thing that I'm using right now. In addition to my planner, I am still using this little notebook that I chose to be my little notebook through this mindset reset. And there are days when I journal. There are days when I put down little challenges I want to do. I'm trying to think of all the things that I have in here that I'm using this little notebook for, like my CBT work. Like, here's my future self visualization. So reframing negative thoughts. So that was a CBT exercise. And then this morning, just journaling prompts. CBT was a thought download. Like, you think of a negative thought, and then the facts that support it, the facts that discredit it. And then my journal prompt was, what areas of my life currently feel out of alignment? So I'm using this little notebook for a lot of things: my journaling, my CBT exercises, and then just sometimes just things that, like, kind of a brain dump, if you will. The next book I'm using is my little Glow Up self-care journal, and sometimes I put stickers in it because I can't really put stickers in my planner. Sometimes I just use highlighters. So I do different things with this, and then some days, you know, I use the space for journaling. So I do different things, but I am using this little planner every day. See, stickers, and so I'm loving this. And this was this morning's right here. And so basically I'm putting my gratitude, because with this mindset reset every day, I'm supposed to list 3 things that I'm grateful for. So there is a little box that says I'm grateful for. And I've been just jotting my 3 things down there in that box. There's a notes section, self-care exercises, good habits to track, and things that make me happy. At the top, it's undated, and then there's a space for an affirmation. So I've been writing an affirmation every day. So I love this little book. When it comes to mindset, this is great. You know, reminding you things that make you happy, good habits that you want to, you know, build, self-care exercises, gratitude, and an affirmation. So this is a perfect little book that I have found to go with this mindset reset. And then the final little thing that I'm using, and I don't use this every single day. I do use it most days, but I don't use it every single day. And that is my hourly timed planner. It looks so pretty with the little cherry blossoms on the back. But what this is I found this, I got this planner and I fell in love with it because when I got it, I was working 2 jobs, and for a while I only went back to working 1 job for almost a year, but now I'm back to working 2 jobs again. And so sometimes I'll work my full-time day shift job, and then sometimes I'll work hours at night at the hospital. Sometimes I have worked overnight shifts at the hospital. So this was the first daily planner that I found that was really truly 24 hours. It starts at 5 a.m. and goes through to 4 a.m. So like if I work a late shift at the hospital, you know, it doesn't start at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock and end at 10 o'clock. Because sometimes I don't, like if I work at the hospital, 10 o'clock, I'm still going. Like I'm not off work yet. And it has a list of 3 priorities, which is great because part of the mindset reset is to have 3 priorities every single day, 3 things that are non-negotiables. They have to be done. And then a little list of to-dos for other things once those are done, completed, and then a little notes box. So, and what I've been using this for, because like I said, the inserts in my planner are pretty much just like a to-do list, and then I have my habit tracker. But this is kind of more of like keeping in line with an actual schedule. And what I'm doing with this is I am time blocking. So I have my priorities and I am coloring out, I'm time blocking. So that's like one of the things in the mindset reset is to have a work block, like a focused work block that's like 60 minutes. Now past the halfway point, I'm supposed to look at areas where I can add an additional 30 to 60 minutes. I haven't been able to do that yet, but I am trying to fit in another 30 minutes. So basically it's a 60 to 90 minute block of time where you're just focused on one thing. And that could be education. It could be filming, working on YouTube. It could be, just something that you need to be working on. I have a lot of things that I have going on, like working on my planners, just stuff like that. Just 1 hour of time that's just dedicated on working on something. And And then, I have time that I need to block out for, obviously when I'm at work, when I'm on the clock working, I can't be working on other things at home, not my personal things, house chores. My kids, my grandchildren have had ball season going on. It's just now wrapping up. Next week is the final week. So I've been having to put in ball games. And so there's just a lot of stuff that I need to really prioritize in my time. I was getting kind of overwhelmed. I was starting to get a little burned out. And so I found that time blocking and assigning certain days of the week to do certain things works out much better for me. So this is a little planner that I'm using for my daily time blocking. So I have to put my 3 non-negotiables in here and then kind of color code the day. I do color blocking with my time blocking just because, I'm a total girly girl. I love the highlighters and all the cute colors. And so then I assign times of the day, like my work hours, those are set in stone pretty much. And then anything like ball games or stuff like that and appointments, those obviously are kind of set in stone. But the rest of the time, I'm a little more flexible with, but I'm trying to make sure I get in my morning routine, my evening routine, and that block of work time to work on my education and stuff. And obviously, the time for working on myself as far as my physical, my health and fitness goals. And then of course I assign some free time because you need to have a little bit of downtime. It can't go, you can't go from sun up to sundown without some kind of a break. So I have some free time that I can just watch TV, sit outside, which is usually what I do, is sit outside or just sit and spend time with my family. But anyway, this is what I'm using for my Mindset Reset system. A good planner, always. My little glow up self-care journal, which has my my gratitude and my self-care exercises and my affirmations. My little journal, which has all my CBT exercises and all my journaling prompts. And then of course, a little timed journal planner where I am time blocking and assigning my time, managing my time, and making sure I get those top 3 priorities, those non-negotiables added in. So anyway, this is my system for my 12-week mindset reset. And I am a little more than halfway through. I have about 4 weeks left to go to complete this, and it has been very eye-opening. The very first week, I had to do a life audit. And while I knew that my life was kind of in total chaos and disarray, which was pretty much the main reason I wanted to do a mindset reset to begin with, actually doing the life audit really was kind of sobering. I had to take a realistic look at areas of my life and where I'm at. And I realized that I was nowhere near where I need to be, where I want to be. And so that was kind of, a hard exercise to do, to be that honest and that real with myself. But I completed it. And now I am moving on from that and just working through the things, doing the CBT exercises, trying to reframe my thinking, reset my whole mindset and be a little more productive, but a little more, it's so weird because it's making me be more productive, but it's also allowing me to be a little more free in my day and in my time. And I think it's that a little bit of structure kind of takes away from some of that feeling of overwhelm and some of that feeling of just constantly being behind. So anyway, I hope that you've made it to the end. If so, thank you so much. It always means the world to me when you take time out of your day to watch my videos. And I hope that you have an absolutely amazing day. Bye.